Good day, everyone. Before I start, let's do a quick test. If you feel weak right now, raise your hands at the comment section. If you didn't raise your hands because you're too weak, well, my friend, we might need to talk. Today, we are diving into anemia, the condition that gets blamed for everything from feeling tired to failing exams. But it is really the villain we make it out to be. Let's separate facts from fiction. Look at how we can catch anemia red-handed in the laboratory, and most importantly, figure out how to fight back. The myths about anemia. Now let's talk about some myths. Some of these have been passed down for generations, like family recipes. But unlike grandma's cooking, these myths might actually harm you. One of the myths is that only women get anemia. Oh yes. As if men's red blood cells have bodyguards at the entrance which says no anemia is permitted or allowed here. The truth, anyone with blood can get anemia. Men, women, even that one uncle who insists he is too strong to be sick. I know someone who feels his superpowers can make him never be sick and that he's too strong to be sick anyways. Number 2, if you are anemic, just eat more meat. Is this true? Is this not true? This is another myth. And look, steak is really great, but anemia isn't just about missing burger in your diet. There are different types, some caused by iron deficiency, some by vitamin problems, and some others by your body just being dramatic. Number 3, another myth is people saying or assuming you can get or you can tell you have anemia just by looking in the mirror. This is another big lie. Unless your mirror has a built-in blood test, I wouldn't really rely on it. Sure, pale skin might be a sign, but so is dizziness, shortness of breath, and constantly feeling like a sleepy cat. That is why we need blood tests. There are some lab tests to detect anemia. Speaking of laboratory tests, let's talk about how we actually catch anemia in action. No, it's not by staring at your palm and guessing, here are the real MVPs in the lab. Number 1, complete blood count, which is also known as complete hemogram. The all-knowing, the all-seeing test that checks if your red blood cells are doing their jobs or slacking off. If your hemoglobin is low, it is a red flag. Number 2, peripheral blood smear. This lets your doctors take a peek at your red blood cells under a microscope. Think of it as a talent show for your blood. If the cells look weird, something is really up. Number 3, iron studies, B12 and folate test. Because sometimes your blood isn't the problem, your diet truly is. This test checks if you're low on key nutrients. Now, if someone here is already planning self-diagnosis using Google, let me stop you. Google will convince you that your anemia means your blood is disappearing and that you have 24 hours to live. Just get a proper test, please. How do you get started solving anemia problems? So let's say you or your always tired friend actually has anemia. What now? Number 1, diet fixes. Diet can actually fix a lot of anemic problems. Iron-rich food, meat, spinach, beans, and dark chocolate. Yes, science says eat dark chocolate. You're welcome. Vitamin B12 and folate. Eggs, dairies, and leafy greens. Basically, eat your veggies like your mother told you. Number 2, iron supplements. If your doctor says you need iron pills, take them. But fair warning, they might turn your poop black. Do not panic. It is not a horror movie at all. Just science. It is just science. Number 3, blood transfusion. This can only be requested for in severe cases. If your anemia is really bad, doctors might give you new blood, like a vampire, but less dramatic. Number 4, fix the root cause. Sometimes anemia is a sign of something deeper, like kidney disease or bone marrow problems. So do not just pop iron pills and hope for the best. Find out why you are anemic. So let's recap. Anemia isn't just being tired. Laboratory tests are your best friend. And eating dark chocolate is technically medical advice. But seriously, how many of you actually know your hemoglobin level? Exactly. Maybe it's time for a checkup. Now, before I leave you with all this newfound knowledge, I have one question. Just one. If you had to choose between eating spinach for a week or getting a blood test, which would you pick? Think carefully. One involves needles, the other involves, well, spinach. Let's discuss at the comment section. Let us have a discussion down the comment section.